Welcome back to A to Z. Final segment here, Locked On Sports Atlanta, free on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Search Locked On Sports Atlanta. Before we get to my favorite subject of LIV Golf, let's hand out some shovels of wisdom.
Brace yourselves, because it's time for the Shovel of Wisdom.
You know how we do it every day. Got to whack somebody straight upside the head. Let them know who they are and what they did wrong. And you can do so on my Twitter account, @MarkZinno. Of course, use the hashtag Shovel of Wisdom. Like today, can I just give out a rapid-fire set of shovels to, like, 3 people? Here we go. Let's start with Nathaniel Hackett. Back-to-back days. Hackett told the media on Monday, maybe we should have gone for it on 4th down instead of trying a 64-yard field goal. No crap, dummy. Everybody in America knew that, but you, dummy. Unreal. Hey, did you hear about the Suns owner, Robert Sarver? This guy fined $10 million after an investigation finds conduct clearly violated workplace standards. There you go. Instances of inequitable conduct toward female employees, sex-related comments, inappropriate comments on employees' appearances. From what I understand, I think in reading this thing, he actually used the N-word 5 times. He was suspended by the league for 1 year and fined $10 million. And to top it all off, guess what? Another shovel here. We already gave this one out. We'll do it again to Brett Favre. Did you get this? Now it's found out an investigative report revealed that Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant helped former NFL quarterback Brett Favre obtain welfare funds in order to help build a new volleyball center at the University of Southern Miss. Unreal. So Brett Favre was paid to do these speeches that he never actually did. Favre wrote in a text message, quote, if you were to pay me, is there any way the media could find out how and find out where it came from and how much? Way to go, Brett Favre. You better do some more Tommy Copper. What are they? It's like a shave thing, and then he had like the copper thing that was going on for his. Anyway, you just gotta hope you don't go to jail. Don't be a schmuck. Don't take money that you didn't earn in the compensation. Okay. Speaking of money, LIV Golf. Oh, they really are. Making headlines once again. Golfers are going to compete in LIV Golf for $50 million. It's the richest purse in the sports history in the LIV Golf season-ending team championship, which is scheduled to be played down in Miami at Doral from October 27th through the 30th. 12 four-man teams are going to compete for $16 million as a first-place prize. Teams will be seeded 1 through 12. Top 4 seeds will receive a bye to the quarterfinals. The other 8 will play in qualifying round. Now, how will seeding be determined? Get this. By a closest to the pin shootout by team captains, which will take place immediately after players are drafted. Okay. Here is where I want to divert from, I want to divert from LIV Golf a little bit. I know people love the idea of shootouts, a 3-point contest or whatever. There are certain people who love the idea of the old school way of picking teams in basketball. Everybody lines up at the free throw line. If you make it, you're on team A. If you miss it, you're on team B. And that's it, right? Some people like that sort of stuff. I don't. I think there should be some sort of ranking system. That said, it's very telling, the comments from one longtime PGA Tour player about the way that they are doing the closest to the pin. Now, the rules are, real quick before I get to this player's comments, the rules are the team captain's got to finish closest to the target will be designated as the first seed, and then each closest one, based on the proximity to the target, will end up being the second. That seems kind of cool. Hey, you put your best guy up there and have him make a shot, right? Most people, I think, are okay with that. I don't like it, but I'm not going to go as far as to say this. Quote, it's very unsurprising they pick something so tacky and unoriginal to try to expand the game. It's bleeping lame is what it is. It's lame as bleep. XFL, it's N1 mixtape tour. It's not competitive golf. It's a circus. Now, that sounds very old man get off my lawn-ish when it says longtime PGA Tour player. My guess is that's not Rory McIlroy. My guess is that's not Scotty Scheffler. My guess is that's not who else is still there that's worthwhile. I can't remember. But anyway, it's not those guys. That's the whole, like, hey, what do you think, Lee Trevino? Get the point. That's old guy get off my lawn. It's not ideal. I wouldn't call it bleeping lame. I wouldn't call it XFL and N1 mixtape tour. Oh, by the way, those things are targeted at XFL and N1. They're targeted at younger people. They're not targeted at you, old man. They're really not. And so, from that standpoint, who cares what you think? Because I know LIV Golf doesn't care what you think. You know who else doesn't care what you think? The dudes on those 16 teams. They don't care what you think. Or 12 teams, rather. They don't care what you think. You want to know why? They're there for one other thing. Your thoughts ain't it. It's the money. That's okay. Another PGA Tour player said it's not competitive. The real competitive golfers, guys who play on the PGA Tour and compete majors, it's why they're just not interested in this nonsense. I don't understand why it's not competitive golf. I'm not, that to me is flawed. That's like saying that the USFL or the AAF or whatever it was wasn't competitive football. It was competitive football. It just wasn't the same. That doesn't mean it's not competitive. It doesn't mean that the players out on the field don't want to compete. Stop being surly. Stop giving your 2 cents in. You know what? And here's the other thing. For all you PGA Tour golfers who want to make these comments, if you don't have the balls to put your name to it, then shut up. Seriously. Shut up. If you don't want to put your name to a comment like that, then skip it. Because no one cares what you think. If you're so over the top and so passionate about what LIV Golf is doing as not competitive golf, as lame as you know what, as a circus, then stand behind your comment, put your damn name on it. Stop being chicken bleep and acting like, oh my God, I can't stand it. Throw a pair, honestly. It's like insane that nobody wants to put their name on any of this stuff, but they just want to fire pot shots across. You know what you haven't heard? A single one of these LIV golfers taking dump on the PGA Tour for the way they treated players, for their draconian rules, for their archaic philosophy about the way players should get money. They don't say a single word about it. You know what they do? They go out and play golf and collect paychecks. But for some reason, everybody on the PGA Tour has some sort of definitive idea of what real golf is, and nobody else should be allowed to play any other form of it. You guys are a joke with your anonymous comments. You really are. Like, it's beyond at this point. If you don't have enough guts to put your name to it, shut up. Because I don't want to hear about your long-time PGA Tour or one PGA golfer. I don't care. You clearly don't mean it that much if you don't want to put your name on it. It's that simple. Don't be a source. Be a person. I support this golf. This golf goes on forever. Rock on. All right, that'll do it for us today here on A to Z. Back tomorrow, a Thursday edition. Thursday night football. Oh boy, get closer to the weekend. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for making A to Z your first listen. Make it Chuckery your next listen right here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. Not on A to Z. On Locked On Sports Atlanta. Again, follow on Twitter at Locked On ATL. I'm Matt Mark Zinno, MERKZINO. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Don't think any